And I want you to, right now, Google what I have highlighted in my search bar. It says Google Meet attendees and breakout room. The very first thing that's going to come up on your search is the add-on that I want you to download. On my screen it says remove from Chrome, but for you it should say something along the lines of add to Chrome or add to toolbar. So click the blue button on the right side of the screen and allow that to download. If you need a moment for it to download, you can pause this video. Once you have this downloaded, you can go to your Meet and you'll find the same icon sitting in your toolbar. It looks like a hanger or a very abstract picture of a person. Now I still have attendance from my last meeting, so this is actually helpful. If you click the refresh button throughout your meeting when you have your students in the classroom, as students come and go, it will automatically update your attendance. You can then take that attendance and copy the list, and it's now in your clipboard. So you can go to Google Docs, you can go to an email, anything you need, and you can paste it right there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click Show Group Generator. This is my favorite tool. You can identify your groups by how many users you want in the group or the number of groups. I'm going to show you both. So for users in the group, I'm going to say I want 2 people in each group. I'm going to generate the group. So now I have 4 groups of 2 people each, and it's random. You can change it up to, I believe the max is 14. I'm not sure if it increases. So if I want to change it to have 3 people per group, this one didn't quite do that. Generate groups. Not sure why. Now you could have number of groups, and I could say I want 2 groups. Generate groups. 2 groups. 4 groups. Let's see what happens when I do 5 groups. 5 groups. Okay. If I want to change up the mix, if I don't like who's in it, I can click Generate Group again. If I realize that, I don't know, say Devin and Elba don't get along, or they don't work well together, or they're both students who are fairly passive, you could click Generate Group again until you find something that you like. Now the next part is really interesting. So what you're going to do is you're going to take Copy Groups, this button right here, click over to your chat, and paste it in. And if you're not sure what paste is, it's Command V. I've now posted the groups. So the students would look for their name in the groups. Now what I'm doing is I'm going back to my toolbar. So exit out of your chat, go back to attendance, go back to your groups. You're going to copy Meet's links. Copy Meet links. Go back to the chat, Command V for paste, and post. So Sarah and Rodney would click on group 1, Lindsay and Elba would click 2, Ahmed and Devin would click 3, Martha would click 4, Ivan would click 5. Okay, what's really neat about this is that you can click in and out of these groups as the teacher. So if you're not really sure that Ahmed and Devin are playing nicely, you would just click on group 3 and it would take you right into that group. What's neat about this is that it keeps both groups open, so you can keep an eye on this group. You may want to mute yourself so that you're not talking to 2 groups at once, or if you want to talk privately, and you could join the other group at the same time. You can join as many groups as you would like. Okay? Now, this is also helpful when you have students in breakout rooms and you want to talk to everybody at once as an announcement. You can open and join all tabs and make a mass announcement by not being muted. Okay? So that is our first trick. That is your Google Meet attendance breakout rooms. Okay, so let me exit out of that. Here's the next add-on. This is the second part of our training. You can go to Google search, and I want you to Google exactly what I have highlighted. Google Grid Fix. When you search that, it'll be the very first link. Click on it. And again, I want you to click the blue button on the right side of the screen. For me, it's going to look different. But if you notice, if you scroll down, it looks just like Zoom. So one of the biggest hangups with Google Meet is that everyone is kind of on a sidebar, very similar to Teams, and there isn't the capacity to have everybody in view at once. So what this add-on does is lays everyone out so that it looks very similar to Zoom. This is great for classroom management. So by now you should have this downloaded. You can go back to your Zoom meeting. And unfortunately, because I do only have one person in this meeting, it's not going to show the grid. But here are your abilities. You can show participants with video only. You can highlight speakers. Like right now, there's a turquoise box around me as I talk. It would do that as everyone's talking. You can include yourself in the grid, and you can enable grid view by default. You can also screen capture. There's some advanced settings, things like that. So again, it'll look very similar to this.